You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you're stressed out, tired. God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Star Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prum Prum, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile. If you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and The Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio UK. Radio UK. This is
24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Okay, let me say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to planet Earth and welcome you to the Starr Radio UK and the morning show. Today is Friday, the 19th day of December 2025, with the time now 3 minutes past the top of the hour. And I welcome you. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive a king. Hey, listeners, yes, let earth receive a king. It is Starr Radio UK. I'm Archie, and I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Okay. Let me say good morning to my producer, Mr. Francis Guy Perry. Good morning to you. Guys, nice catching up. Good morning to Dr. Hammond all the way in Accra, Ghana. To my Mrs. Ryder Hammond, to my own daughter Eresi, there's Virginia. Good morning to you all there in Ghana. To Donna, my granddaughter Archie, yes, my grandson, and then to Pat and Rock and Evan, Antonio in South Africa, to Herbert, and then to the family and Marie and Sterling and my own Jerry. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Massive good morning to you there, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. And let me take the opportunity to also say good morning to all presenters on Starr Radio UK, especially to my money man, Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GIL Accountancy Services. If time permits, we'll be joining us during the course of the program. Mr. Tabiri, massive good morning to you. Also, let me take the opportunity to say good morning to Mr. Olayomi Koiki, to KB Bossman, Vicky Newton, wherever you all are, good morning. Mr. Frank Davis, good morning. Felix, my brother, all the way in Aberdeen, good morning to you. Coach Joe, good morning. That's Pastor Julius Dake, massive good morning to you and the Daka family. Good morning to you all. King David, good morning. And let me take this opportunity to also say good morning to no other one but the one and only, and still the reigning champion. Yes. Bishop Adeshina, massive good morning to you. To Reverend Emmanuel Sechidi, good morning. Reverend Michael Esiama, good morning to you all there. Hope you are all doing very, very, very well. To the Zongo man himself, good morning. Achakofi, good morning. To no other one but Nianana Joe as well, the chief of Ashaman. Massive good morning to you all, and I welcome you to the Starr Radio UK Friday edition of the morning show. So, by way of program outline, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to bring you the quotes for the day, the weather forecast will follow suit, then the travel update. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. That is known as Global Trotting. We'll continue from then, and exactly at 11:45, the line is activated. Depending on if we are going to get our money man live on the program, then at 12 o'clock, we'll continue until 12:30 when he joins in. If not, then at 12 o'clock, we'll bring the curtains down so that, we can continue with your Christmas festivities. But, of course, the program will not be void of some lovely tunes there, especially, some nice Christmas tunes this morning. So wherever you are, don't touch the dial. Welcome to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's crack on. So today, the 19th day of December, and what have I got news for you? And it says, invest in the truly important things in life. Remember, everything that is worth something costs something. Everything that is worth something costs something. All right then. Okay. So that is by way of the quote for the day. Now let's move on straight to the weather front. It looks like, looking through via the CCTV outside, there I can see it's all sunny, lovely weather. Lovely winter weather there, winter sunshine. And so, this afternoon will remain calm and fine, as it will be dry with plenty of bright spells throughout. Moderate winds expected as well. Tonight will stay dry and settle with largely clear skies, although a few patches of mist or fog could develop in places. It's going to be a chillier night once again. Total temperature is going to be 11 degrees. The lower is going to be 4 degrees. UV level is going to be low pollution, low sunset 15:53, and sunrise for tomorrow morning 08:02 hours. Now, when it comes to the weather front on the weekend weather. Well, Saturday will continue to be largely dry with lengthy bright spells and just a few patches of cloud. However, it will cloud over through the evening when a few light showers cannot be ruled out. On Sunday, it's set to be a cloudy day with patchy rain moving in at times. It's going to turn in largely wet in the evening with spells of rain falling heavy at times. It's going to be becoming dry overnight and remaining dry on Monday. All right then. So in a gist, that's what's going to happen when it comes to the temperatures and the weather forecast. Tomorrow's top 10 degrees, the lowest 6. Sunday tops 11 degrees, the lowest 7, and it goes on and on and on. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right, now let's move on to the travels as well. On your travels this morning at 9 minutes past the top of the hour, Bakerloo line is experiencing severe delays between Harrow and Wilston and Queen's Park. Minor delays between Queen's Park and Elephant and Castle. Now, Suffolk Gate, minor delays between Barking and Gospel Oak, and then part suspension between Barking, Riverside, and Barking proper. So, check before you leave. On the major roads in London, what have I got for you? Yes, there are no exceptional delays on any of the routes, so let's say good service there. No exceptional delays, of course. Now, when it comes to the river bus, apart from the Woolwich Ferry that's offering special services, there's all the others are running a good service. Also, the London cable car is also running a good service there. Bringing us to the final segment of the travel update. That is the National Rail, and what have I got for you? On the National Rail this morning, C2C has got special service, and Greater Anglia special services there as well. On that note, I'll say it once again as I normally would. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today, but you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the road. Let's take a commercial break. We come back and we continue with the show.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive a king. Hey, listeners, yes, let earth receive a king. It is Starr Radio UK. I'm Archie, and I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, and it is the favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I'm bringing the time now to 11:11, and it's now time for Global Trotting. What is happening from across the globe? Okay. Yes, okay. Yes, let me say good morning once again to our money man, Mr. Dan Tabiri. So the program, as I said earlier on, is going to finish at 12 o'clock because he is engaged in some serious
meetings. Therefore, getting to the end of the year, you know, these big guys, yes, all the accounting stuff has to be done, so he's going to be busy on that front. But, well, he said that he's have so many plans for you for the coming year. And for sure, we're going to be telling you more about all that as the program unfolds. So wherever you are, once again, thank you very much for tuning in. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay. Now, let's go global trotting. Let's see what is happening from across the globe. From the UK front, government data stolen in hack. A minister has confirmed. The trade minister says information was assessed. An investigation has been launched. So, all this data that's been collected and collated, how safe are they? Then if these advanced countries with all the advanced technologies cannot even protect theirs, what about the third world countries or developing, as they call them, countries? And then if you go shopping using your card, the debit cards, you know, there's a limit there when you have to do the contactless. So at times you want to, and then if it's beyond £100, and then you have to now put in the PIN. And with my producer says something all the time, and I do laugh about it. He said when you hit a particular age, and then you sleep, when you wake up in the morning and you find out that you don't know where you are, then you are in trouble. I do laugh about that all the time, but I tell him that when I wake up I know where I am, so at least he knows that I'm not in trouble yet, right? Okay, so but when you get to the till, and then maybe you have to put your PIN in, and then because your contactless is not allowing you, because whatever you are buying is beyond £100, and at times even when you've used it several times, they try to check to make sure that it is used, so they will order you to put the PIN in, and then you are there, and then you can't remember your PIN. What do you do under that circumstance? But it's interesting there, you know. Let's see what can be done about that, ladies and gentlemen. Starr Radio UK. So £100 contactless card limit to be lifted, and how secure is that? Okay, and AI likely to displace jobs, says Bank of England governor. Of course, we've been saying this time and over again. All the administrative work and all stuff that goes on, it's most likely you're going to be getting AI doing that. And where do we find ourselves? But at least if you learn how to, you go to the brick and mortar, right? Learning how to, so now I'm encouraging the youth, those of you upcoming, to go and learn how to do going to building, building and stuff like that. That would do electrician, and because those ones, they cannot use AI to do it. You have to get somebody on the ground sorting it out, plumbing and all those bits. Boy, that is where the money is going to be coming from. So please, don't go and be some other stuff. And like our money man, I know that their profession is tough. That is accounting, being a chartered accountant and stuff like that. You need to be mentally agile there to be able to do that. So that one, AI is not going to take it. But other menial jobs, or like a receptionist or secretary, where you just say Jack and the AI has developed whatever you have to say. Then you just have to input few things. Boom, you are gone. So the Bank of England governor is saying AI is going to displace, it's likely to displace jobs. But so what do? Do you own an AI software or something? Retail sales fall as Black Friday deals fail to lure shoppers. People were a bit apprehensive because they weren't sure about what the Chancellor of the Exchequer, their budget was going to be. So people wouldn't go out, jumping around saying, I'm going to be spending, I'm going to spend it. But millions head home for Christmas on busiest day of festive getaway, because most schools break today, and then you make your way there. But are you spending Christmas at home? Are you traveling? Or what are you going to be doing? Wherever you are, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, moving on to other parts of the world as well. EU agrees 90 billion euro loan for Ukraine, but without using Russian assets. Ukraine had wanted the EU to use 200 billion of frozen Russian assets, but Belgium opposed the move because they are of the view that if they do so, there's a tendency that there will be a target from Russia. And U.S. suspends green card lottery scheme after Brown shooting. Okay, and Australia announces gun buyback scheme in the wake of Bundy attack. Well, how many people will be bringing theirs back? It's quite an interesting bit there, but who knows? Okay, let's move on. Let's move on from there. Starr Radio UK. To add the stories making the rounds this morning, notably looking at Africa as well. Nigeria has apologized over Burkina Faso military flight that saw 11 servicemen detained, and rebels start to withdraw from key DR Congo city, leaders have said. And crazy reaction after Kenya's Munyua causes that's upset. Well, you want to know more, you got to stay tuned, because there's more going to be coming your way. And Kansala finally lift AFCON trophy as Morocco eye home glory. Let's see. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. AFCON started in January. We're bringing you more on that front. Now, moving on still to some other stories making the round this morning. When it comes to France, Paris has cancelled this New Year's Eve Champs-Élysées celebration over security fears. The annual midnight concert on the famed Paris Avenue has been cancelled and replaced with a pre-recorded broadcast to be watched at home. All right then, let's see how that pans out as well as we all look at what is happening. Nigeria marvel at Lagos Christmas light despite national insecurity. Nigerians in Lagos gathered around to see Christmas lights on Friday night. Families were posing for photographs and video despite widespread kidnappings that goes on. Well. Okay. Now that should be what? Last night, not Friday night. Police arrest suspect over Microsoft 365 cyber attack, and Tinubu appoints Musiliu Ozeni as NERC chairman. Drops Ramat. It seems to be reshuffling lots there. Dangote Refinery PMS supply will reduce petrol price, says Ipman. Well, it's doing so, and it's making the country save its costs. What foreign exchange dollars specifically. So is it not good for the country? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. And Kuka has visited Kano in Sokoto, and Bishop Kuka has visited Namdi Kano in Sokoto prison. What did he say? And what are the chances of him being released? But we'll be telling you more about all that as the program goes on. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now moving on to some other stories making the rounds. Have you traveled? Are you going to be traveling? Do you want to be living in a hotel? You go to book a hotel to live in, where you wake up in the morning, somebody comes to sort the place out for you. You just go downstairs, go have your breakfast, and then maybe you go out to do whatever things that you have to do. Maybe in the lunchtime you have whatever, you come back in the evening, whether you want to eat outside or you want to come and eat in a restaurant at a particular time. You come and do that, and then you go off to bed and whatever. Or you want an Airbnb, where you rent the whole apartment and everything therein. You can live lavishly, do whatever, you can cook, you can do whatever, and then after that you leave. Well, it seems to be having a problem. Some are calling, the Hotels Association president in Ghana is calling for a regulation or for the Airbnb to be regulated, or risks undermining Ghana's hotel industry. So the patronage is gone down. But if you're here and you're going to be traveling to Africa or thereabout, any place there, what would you do? Do you want to go and live in a hotel or live in an Airbnb? Well, somebody says security wise, I want to live in a hotel, a very nice one at times. But now, with what is happening? Is it undermining the hotel industry at all? Okay, in other stories, Parliament has approved Sports Development Fund bill to boost athlete welfare. And that's some of the stories. And use DRIP equipment to fix roads or lose office. Neil Van der Poel wants MMDCs. We'll be telling you more about that. Is it because someone that takes shoddy jobs and then over a short period of time we have the roads are falling apart and then have to be reconstructed and stuff like that? Or what exactly is happening? You want to know more, you got to stay tuned. IGP has deployed reinforcement team armored vehicles to Nalerigu after youth set houses ablaze. This and a lot more going to be coming your way in the next moment, but this is Starr Radio UK and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's take a musical break. We come back and I bring you the details of the stories making the round. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial.
So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over, and a new one's just begun. And so this is Christmas. I hope you have fun. The near and the dear one, the old and the young.
A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear.
Oh, the sweet Christmas came, comes good on much rain. A little daddy and so happy Christmas for black and for white, for Maria they haremos de luchar. Así Merry, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one.
This is Starr Radio UK. In your car, at
On your phone. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
What have we done?
Another year over,
And the new one just begun.
and so happy Christmas.
We hope you have fun. The near and the dear
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive a king. Hey, listeners, yes, let earth receive a king. It is Starr Radio UK. I'm Archie, and I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Yes, welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now let's go into some of the details of the stories that we had a look at. Our tune was from the Trinidad and Tobago forces singing their own Christmas tune there. Yeah, maybe you have your own Christmas tune that you've also prepared and you want to sing it. Why not? Feel free to do so. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. That was a good morning to and Merry Christmas to Mavis Akufo. I hope you are doing very, very well there as well. And Tete, big man. All right, let's move on. So kicking off from home here in the UK, and what have I got news for you? Yes, I do. The government data has been stolen in a hack, though officials believe the risk to individuals is low. Trade Minister Chris Brand has said the data is understood to have been on a system operated on the Home Office behalf by the Foreign Office, whose staff detected the incident. It is understood a Chinese affiliated group is suspected of being behind the attack. The UK government has not named who it thinks is responsible, with a spokesperson saying it has been working to investigate the incident. Now, and then speaking to Brian, he said investigations were ongoing, adding that the security gap was closed pretty quickly. We think that it is a fairly low risk that individuals will have been compromised or affected, he added. Speaking to radio program, he said, I'm not able to say whether it is directly related to Chinese operatives or indeed the Chinese state. The Sun newspaper has reported that the incident took place in October. With information possibly including visa details targeted. The incident has been referred to the Information Commissioner's Office. UK intelligence agencies have warned about increasing large-scale espionage from China using cyber and other means and targeting commercial and political information. The cyber agency GCHQ said last year that it was devoting more resources to counter terror threats from China than any other nation. But well, so now that we said that, does that mean that we can actually deal with them? At 11:31, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, still moving on. The widespread adoption of artificial intelligence is likely to displace people from jobs in a similar way seen during the Industrial Revolution, the governor of the Bank of England has said. Andrew Bailey said the UK needed to have the training, education, and skills in place so workers could shift into jobs that use AI. Speaking on a program with the BBC, he said that people looking for a job will find securing employment a lot easier if they had such skills. However, he wondered there was an issue with younger, inexperienced professionals finding it difficult to secure entry-level roles due to AI. We do have to think about what it is doing to the pipeline of people. Is it changing it or not? He said, I think if it's people working with AI, I'm not sure it will change the pipeline, but I think we're right to have an eye on the point. AI has become part of everyday life in recent years and is increasingly being adopted by businesses and public sector. Now, the technology allows computers to process large amounts of data, identify patterns, and follow detailed instructions about what to do with that information. However, there are concerns over the impact if it may already be having on the job market. Official figures released this week reveal the UK unemployment rate rose to 5.1% on the 3 months to October, with younger workers particularly affected. Now, it is true, because looking back, he was talking about before the Industrial Revolution took place, where you had to go to the farms and you had to be using cattle and some this thing to be mowing and doing all those bits, and then the Industrial Revolution came and then we're having tractors and earth moving machines being built, and those is doing greater work than what maybe people who have given birth to maybe having about 50 children will go on those farmlands and be seeing to it. This time around you have maybe 10 people just there and working with this big tools and getting things done. And when it comes to weaving, well, something that one person it would have taken how many people to weave and how long, now everything to be cut short because there was that Industrial Revolution, there was that change, and that brought about people losing jobs. Okay, once again, he's looking at the AI, saying that there's a tendency that the AI is going to do so. And as I was saying earlier on during my introduction, I did mention the fact that when it comes to using what do you call it, using having call it a secretary. Okay, now I don't think I need that, because there is a process where I can just impute all the details of whatever I want to do, and then it should do some of those work for me. When it comes to me being at a meeting and you can just do speech to text, and it will just pa for you. So it makes those who are in that industry redundant automatically. So that's why he's advocating that people have to be retrained so that, or have the AI education pertaining to using of AI and stuff like that, and then we can go in that way, because there are some jobs that I can bet you in the next 5 years will be obliterated, annihilated. It will just go away. So what do you do if you find yourself in that work? But one of the areas where no matter what you do, that one you can't change it, is building, construction. If you go into those trades, oh boy, you still might need AI in some bit, but most have been laying of bricks and stuff like that, or plumbing, or electric, or those ones. And again, even now when it comes to painting, there is one man that you can just use a machine that painting that maybe for a place where it would have taken you an hour to do, just for example, maybe 20 minutes you are done. So you can do more than. So it is all advancement of technology that is doing that. That is not AI per se, but advancement in technology that is doing all those things. So what do we do under such circumstance? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, 11:36 the time, the morning show, the program. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
It's Christmas. Radio UK. Listeners, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Okay. Let's move on because of our time, straight on to other parts of the world to look at some of the stories making the rounds there. European Union leaders have struck a deal to give Ukraine 90 billion euros loan after failing to agree on using frozen Russian assets. The agreement, which leaders said will meet Ukraine's military and economic needs for the next 2 years, came after more than a day of talks at the summit in Brussels. We delivered, EU Chief Antonio Costa wrote on X as he announced the deal to provide a loan backed by the bloc's common budget. Now, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky had urged leaders to use 200 billion euros of frozen Russian assets, but Belgium, where the vast bulk of the cash is held, demanded guarantees on sharing liability that proved too much for other countries. Now, Zelensky said he was grateful to European leaders for the deal, which he described as significant support that truly strengthens our resilience. Writing on his X, he said, "It was important for Russia assets to remain immobilized," and said, "Thank you for the result and for unity." In another development, French President Emmanuel Macron said he believed it would be useful for Europe to re-engage with Russian President Vladimir Putin. And it goes on further to say, "I believe that it is in our interest as Europeans and our Ukrainians to find the right framework to re-engage this discussion." He said, adding that Europeans should find the means to do so in coming weeks. So he thinks that just relying on America or the US to go in there and just do all the talking and then come and then we say, this is what we are doing, should stop. That we should now, not should stop, but once it's been encouraged, the EU themselves should be able to have that alliance or that relationship with Russia where they can sit and talk and find ways or means of ending this brainless war. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In other parts of the world still, a suspect in shooting of Brown University and MIT professor have been found dead. The suspect in last week's mass shooting at Brown University has been found dead in a storage facility in Salem, New Hampshire, following a 6-day multi-state manhunt, police has said. They identified the suspect as Claudio Neves Valente, 48, a Portuguese national who studied at the university in Providence, Rhode Island, about 25 years ago. Providence Police Chief Oscar Perez said video evidence and tapes from the public led investigators to a car rental location where they found the suspect named and matched him to their person of interest. Now, officials said they also believe Valente killed a Massachusetts Institute of Technology professor who 2 days after the 13th of December shooting Professor 2 days after the 13th of December shooting at Brown. Authorities have not suggested a motive for either attack. Now, Brown University President Christine Paxson said that Valente Valant was enrolled at the Ivy League school from the autumn of 2000 to the following spring and was studying for PhD in physics. He had no current active affiliation to Brown, she said. Officials said they believe Valente shot and killed MIT professor Nunu F. Gomez Lorero, 47, on Monday at his home in Brooklyn, which is about 50 miles from Providence. Now, both the victim and the suspect had studied at the same university in Portugal in the late 1990s, police said. The case were linked with the suspect vehicle when the suspect vehicle was identified via CCTV footage and a witness at Brown University. Now, Rhode Island and Attorney General Peter Neronha said Valente was found dead with a satchel and 2 firearms. Evidence in a car nearby matched to the scene in Providence. Now, the same car was spotted near the scene of the professor's shooting. Initial findings suggest Valente died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and police were unable to comment on how long he might have been inside the storage unit. Well, a sad one there. And for that reason, Donald Trump seemed to have stopped or suspended green card lottery scheme. President Trump has suspended the U.S. green card lottery scheme in the wake of mass shooting at Brown University last week, in which 2 people were killed. The suspect, a Portuguese man who was found dead on Thursday, entered the country through the Diversity Lottery Immigrant Visa Program in 2017 and was granted a green card. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said she has paused the visa scheme under Trump's direction to ensure no more Americans are harmed by this disastrous program. Now, U.S. officials said they believe the suspect, 48-year-old Claudio Neves Valente, also killed Portuguese Massachusetts Institute of Technology professor Nuno Loureiro earlier this week. But do you think that is a justifiable reason to say because that man did so we are suspending the U.S. lottery scheme, visa lottery scheme? Do you think that's it? Well, we know that Trump is anti-migration and therefore he will do everything to do so. So if you slip, if from the UK I go do something now, they said now we suspend all UK people from coming to the US. We're just going to stop them. If anybody goes that's something, of course, that happens that people who hail from wherever the person hails from will now face the brunt of the law or the barrow. And that seems to be what is happening. But ladies and gentlemen, well, he's doing what he has to do for his country, right? But what do you think? Starr Radio UK. Staff at the 2 leading Bangladesh newspapers says they were gasping for air as protesters roused the death of a prominent activist set their offices alight on Thursday. Sharif Osman Hadi, who had emerged as a key figure last year's anti-government protest that ousted former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, was shot in Dhaka last week and died in his injuries on Thursday. Hundreds of protesters stormed the offices of English newspaper Daily Starr and Bengali Daily Pratham Alo on Thursday night, and demonstrations extended into the next day. It is one of the darkest days for independent journalism in Bangladesh, the English language Daily Starr said in a statement. For the first time in 35 years, the Daily Starr could not publish its print edition on Friday and will be inoperable for a while, consulting editor Kamal Ahmed said. Now, 28 of our colleagues were trapped in the rooftop of the building for hours. They were gasping for fresh air. Ahmed said they were rescued only after additional military reinforcement came. No one has been seriously injured, but large parts of the building were completely charred. On Friday, smoke was still seen coming out of the Pratham Alo's building. The interim government, led by Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus, condemned the violence, vying to hand perpetrators through justice. Attacks on journalists are attacks on truth itself, it said in the statement on Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to 11:46, and we continue with the show. So wherever you are, don't even think of touching the dial. All right, as we go on, it's Christmas. Listeners, it is Starr Radio UK. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Now, if you want to join in the program, you want to call us, you want to shout out to anybody or whatever you want to do, feel free to call us on Starr Radio UK, and we'll allow you via Teams. Yes, via Teams, of course. Starr Radio UK.
Call the studio now. Call the studio now. Call the studio now.
All right, then. Now let's move on from there, because we've got another 13 minutes to bring the program to a close. As I said, our man is not going to be with us, but hey, I said there's lots that have been planned for the following year, and boy, you want to be part of it, right? Good. Now, police in Sri Lanka has arrested 3 men for allegedly burning a wild elephant with flaming torches while trying to chase it away. Local media reported a video of the incident, which took place in a village in the country north, triggered fierce backlash as it circulated on social media this week. Despite receiving treatment from veterinarians, the male elephant died on Tuesday. The suspect, who were arrested on Thursday, are aged between 42 and 50, local media has said. The male elephant was found with severe burns and gunshot wounds on its leg. It had also been treated by vets on several occasions earlier this year, local media reported. The case has drawn sharp criticism among animal rights advocates and social media users. A petition created on Thursday demanding prosecution of the perpetrators and measures to prevent similar acts of cruelty has garnered more than 400 signatures. Elephants are considered sacred in Sri Lanka, where the majority of the population are or is Buddhist. Domesticated elephants are often part of religious ceremonies, as well as being a popular tourist attraction. Well. So how come? Was it just causing a bit of menace there, and they decided to burn it or do whatever thing that they did? Why? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK on the African front. Straight on. Well, Christmas is coming. We know we're talking about various security threats in what do we call it? Various security threats in Nigeria. But Nigerians in Lagos have gathered around to see Christmas lights on Friday night. Families were posing for photographs and videos despite widespread concerns over insecurity and rising living costs across Nigeria. Many inhabitants came together with families and friends in Lagos to take pictures along decorated streets near illuminated Christmas trees, reindeer figures, and tunnels of light. Now, there is a need for people to make memories in respect of how insecure the country is, said Chef Simeone Gboro, who visited the display with his partner. No matter how insecure the place is, we still need to come out just to make ourselves happy. Now, Nigeria has faced persistent security challenges this year, including kidnappings and violent attacks in several regions, alongside high inflation that has squeezed households' income. Now, so public holidays, events, and festive attractions continue to draw crowds in major cities. For many, the outing was less about celebration and more about escape. It has been a long year, so it's better for people to come around to cool off their head and have a good time, said developer Osman Adebanjo, who was visiting for the first time. It's quite an interesting one there, and people were enjoying everything there. So that's good, right? See it some before, so it's nice to have them see all that there. So come your way from Starr Radio UK. Well, we see it here all the time, so we don't actually think that it's something worthwhile celebrating. But hey, it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Now in Nigeria still, the Nigerian Police Force National Cybercrime Center has apprehended a suspected cyber fraudster linked to coordinated attacks on Microsoft 365 email platforms used by corporate organizations. The arrest followed an intelligence-led investigation triggered by credible information from Microsoft company in the United States, conveyed through the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The intelligence exposed the development of a sophisticated phishing toolkit known as Rancon 0365, designed to compromise Microsoft email accounts. Now, Addressing journalists in Abuja, the Force Public Relations Officer CSP Benjamin Hudiyin explained that the toolkit was used to create fake Microsoft login portals that closely mimicked legitimate authentication pages. So what did they use it for? Unsuspecting users were deceived into entering their credentials, which were then harvested and used to gain authorization to corporate, financial, and educational email system. According to him, the intelligence prompted a coordinated operation by the NPF NCCC in collaboration with Microsoft, the FBI, and the United States Secret Services. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's quite an interesting one there. People are doing all sorts. It's not only there. Here in the UK, information coming through talking about a hacking that took place sometime in October, where the Home Office, some of its systems have been hacked. But hey, we're bringing all that your way. President Bola Tinubu has appointed Dr. Mulisiu Osheni as chairman of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, following the Senate's confirmation of members of the commission reconstituted. Osheni appointment implies the withdrawal of Abdullahi Ramat, whose name Tinubu had earlier forwarded to the Senate in August for confirmation as NERC chairman. Well, he seemed to be shaking and doing stuff like, but let's see how it all pans out. In a statement issued on Thursday by the President, Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononugua, the presidency said Osheni's appointment took effect from December 1, 2025 and will run until completion of his 10-year tenure in line with Electricity Act 2023. Osheni had been serving as acting chairman of the commission since August, following the exit of the former chairman Zanuzi Gaba. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio, okay? And this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I posed the question earlier on. Let me bring that your way. Are you traveling? Are you going to Ghana? Are you coming to the UK? Are you going? Okay, let's talk about Africa. So, and Ghana specifically. Are you traveling that way? Would you? Normally we go and then you have some homes where there's too much family issue and then you don't want to be there. You want to isolate yourself, but you can just go in there so that you can have the time to spend on your own and stuff like that. So those who are affluent and then they got big places where they will decide, you know what, let's get on with it. But others who have not, go on maybe with a big family or two and decide to rent Airbnb. But the president of the Ghana Hotels Association, Dr. Edward Aka Nyamike, has warned that the rapid growth of Airbnb without proper regulation could undermine Ghana's hotel industry. He insists that the issue is not competition but an uneven regulatory and tax environment. Speaking on Joy News, he said that Dr. Aka Nyamike said hotels have never feared competition because they offer a range of services that go beyond room bookings. Our challenge has never been with competition at all because the hotels have, if I could call it, some monopoly in terms of the services that they provide, he said. According to him, hotels operate a full service facilities providing accommodation, food, drinks, entertainment, and recreational activities, and in some cases, car rentals all under one roof. Now, we provide accommodation at the same place, we provide entertainment, and we provide food and drinks. We also provide some recreational activities and in some cases, car rentals. So, we have the unique niche in the market, he explained. Dr. Nyamike said the concern of hotel operators is rooted in regulation and taxation, noting that hotels are subject to multiple taxes, levies, and regulatory fees that many Airbnb operators do not pay. What we have not been happy about is the regulation of the sector in terms of taxes, in terms of levies, in terms of the regulatory fees that we pay, that they don't pay, and so they end up providing services at cheaper rates, he stated. He acknowledged that the short-term rental platforms sometimes support the hospitality industry, especially during peak periods when hotels are fully booked. Maybe back in the day in the Bible when Jesus was to be born, if there was Airbnb, he wouldn't have been born in a manger, right? Well, who knows? That was what's supposed to be. To the extent that you can go to some hotels, the place is booked and the only option that you may have is an Airbnb. So yes, it's helping the industry as a whole, he said. However, he stressed that the unequal playing field created by weak regulations remain the core issue for hotel operators. It is the unequal environment that it provides in terms of taxation. That's what our issue has been. So, what do you think should be the way forward for them? And if you are traveling there, now, would you go to a hotel or Airbnb? Which one would you go to? Ladies and gentlemen, this is where I bring the program to a close for today. God willing, Monday will come while we're getting ourselves ready for the big day there. But until then, I was trying to see what next song I can bring you. But maybe I have to bring you a repeat. I know my friend, my brother PK, Joseph Arthur, good morning to you, sir. I would say what is it? Repertoire. Yeah. But let me bring you this one from the Trinidad and Tobago Armed Forces. Say, so is this Christmas? Yes, this is Christmas. And I sign off. I see you all on Monday. Until then, bye-bye for now.
And what have you done? Another year over, and a new one's just begun. And so this is Christmas. I hope you have fun. The near and the dear one, the old and the young.
A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thanks for listening.
This is Starr Radio UK. In your car,
At work,
at home,
on your smartphone.
It's Christmas! Listeners, it is Starr Radio UK. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
For black and for white, for Maria hero, they are rebels child. I see a tree. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fail.
And so this is Christmas, yeah, yeah. Tell me, what have we done? Why?
Another year over,
And the new one just begun.
and so happy Christmas.
We hope you have fun. The near and the dear one, the old and the young.
UK.